Having had his nails painted, Joe sits awkwardly in front of Leanne's vanity mirror. Desperately trying to think his way out of the situation, he adjusts the fit of the feminine clothing wrapped around his body. "What makeup look do you want, baby?" Leanne asks, leaning over his shoulder and grinning at him in the reflection of the mirror.
I think this is enough now,"
Joe responds, rubbing his arm and looking away from Leanne's smug face.
"I thought maybe we'd go out for a meal tonight?"
he asks, hoping she'd agree. Lowering the makeup brush in her hand, she places a hand on her hip and raises an eyebrow.
"So, you don't want me to help feminize you, then?"
Leanne asks, feeling a little disappointed. Blushing like crazy, Joe looks into her stern expression and gently shakes his head. "I don't believe 1 second you've brought all this lovely underwear for yourself, and then suddenly you're no longer interested in wearing it?" Leanne questions, resting a hand on her hip. Between a few awkward looks in the mirror, Joe hopes that Leanne will give in. He hopes the thought of going out to dinner might sway her to allow him to get out of his feminine garb.
"I know. I'm gutted because you've been so great with this. It's sad we can't continue,"
Joe lies, pretending to be upset.
"But it has been a while since we've gone out to dinner, baby. Hasn't it?"
Joe continues more upbeat, giving her a sultry smile. Softening her expression as she looks at him through the mirror, Leanne nods. She has really been missing date nights ever since Joe's been having to work late. "Dinner?" she asks. "Tonight? Just me and you?"
"Yeah, baby,"
Joe quickly replies, giving her a wide grin.
"What do you say?"
Turning away from his self-assured little face, she rubs her chin. Then, letting out a long sigh, she reluctantly nods her head in agreement. Having seen how nervous he's been, showing his secret feminine side to her, she feels bad that she didn't believe him at first. She feels bad she accused him of cheating. "Okay then," she says, nodding and smiling. "That sounds nice. I have been missing you a lot recently." Leanne backs away from the chair and puts down her makeup brush. As she turns around, Joe is standing up behind her.
"Thanks, baby,"
he says with a big grin.
"I'm going to treat you proper tonight."
Thrusting his hand out towards her, Leanne takes hold. Holding her hand tight, he swiftly pulls her close and embraces her. They hug for a moment or two as Leanne enjoys the attention.
"Let's get me out of this stuff,"
he laughs, giving her a quick peck on the cheek. Instantly moving from her, Joe looks at his painted nails and lets out a long groan.
"Harg,"
he huffs, holding out his feet and fingernails towards her.
"We should remove this horribly girly stuff, too."
"Oh, yeah." Leanne nervously laughs, still feeling guilty that she didn't believe him. Moving around the bedroom, she looks for her nail varnish remover. "Hey, Joe?" she says softly, turning to look at him with a smile. "Thanks for sharing this side of you. I had no idea, and I'm so sorry I accused you of cheating." Scratching the back of his head, he gives her a wry smile.
"It's okay, baby,"
he flippantly replies.
"Just don't tell anyone about this. Ever."
"Sure," Leanne answers, still searching. Tapping his foot impatiently as he watches her search the drawers, Joe gets annoyed.
"Please tell me you've got remover for this stuff,"
he whines, trying to scratch it off himself. "I think it might be in my purse," Leanne bashfully explains, closing the drawer. Giving him a small smile, she heads to the door. As she walks out, she can't explain it, but something is still bothering her. His reactions to her helping him dress up don't add up in her mind. She says, stopping in the doorway and looking back at Joe. "We are going to explore the side of you again, right?" she asks. Pulling a sour face, Joe dismissively waves her out of the room.
Probably not,"
he frivolously answers, not looking at her, but focusing intently on his cell phone. Getting the hint he's no longer interested in talking about it, that feeling of doubt gets bigger in her mind. Leaving the room once more, she quickly finds her purse and starts searching inside. As she pulls everything out onto the table, she hears Joe talking on the phone. His voice seemed unusually quiet. Creeping back towards the bedroom, Leanne leans against the wall and tries to listen in. She's heard him talking to people at work hundreds of times. He doesn't seem to be talking with such dominance as usual. He's whispering.
Sorry, Susan.
She hears Joe speak softly as she presses her ear against the wall.
It's going to have to be another night. Susan.
Leanne growls under her breath.
I know, baby.
He continues to whisper down the phone.
I miss you too.
Leanne's eyes grow wide as she comes to put two and two together. She grits her teeth. That stuff wasn't for him at all.
I did get you a present.
He continues again, sounding more desperate.
I can't wait to see you in it. I promise we'll be together soon. Please, don't get upset.
Forming fists with her hands, Leanne feels tears forming behind her eyes. He has been lying to her all along. She almost believed him, too. Holding the small bottle of nail varnish remover, she angrily shoves it in a nearby drawer. She's not letting him get away with it. Wiping the tears from her face, she exhales deeply. Taking a long breath in, Leanne knows what she wants to do next. "Joseph," she calls out, putting on a fake smile and happy voice. I had a really lovely thought. Giving him enough time to hang up the phone, she stands in the doorway and sees him looking a bit sheepish.
What?
He asks, regaining his confidence.
Did you find the remover?
Shaking her head, she walks into the bedroom and stands in front of the closet. You're close with your secretary, Susan, aren't you? Leanne asks, giving him a grin. Shifting nervously, Joe tilts his head. He mumbles, feeling pressured.
Why?
Opening the closet and pulling out a date night dress, Leanne holds it over herself to show Joe. I think it would be really good for you to share your feminine side with her, Leanne says with a smug smile. It might help you feel more comfortable in your own skin. Watching the blood drain from his face, she wants to laugh as he shakes his head.
No,
he replies.
You don't have to do that. I'm not close with her at all.
Not listening to his lies, Leanne walks over to him, still holding the dress. Now holding up to his body, she giggles. Oh? She says playfully. Well, maybe you dressing like my little lady for dinner tonight would be a more fitting next step. Give you some confidence.
What?
Joe exclaims, stepping back away from the dress she holds up to him.
No. No way! This needs to stop.
Are you scared, Joe? Leanne asks, giving him a cheeky grin. Oh, I defo think I need to share this with Susan then. You need more allies in your life to make you feel comfortable sharing your feminine side.
Wait!
He shouts, holding his hands up.
I'm not scared. We don't need to share.
Oh? Leanne answers, knowing she's got him. Are you going to dress for me tonight, then? You did say it was sad we couldn't continue earlier. This way we can go out for a meal, and you can dress. Shifting uncomfortable, Joel looks down at the feminine underwear cladding his body.
Yes. Okay,
he mumbles.
Just, please, don't share this with her.
Great! Leanne exclaims, pushing the dress against his body. I think this little number with those heels will look so lovely.
We can't go anywhere popular, though,
Joe desperately states. I know the perfect place, Leanne confidently replies, giving him a wink. This is going to be so good for you. Being seen in a lovely dress, being treated like a lady. Joe, I'm so excited for you.
Yay,
Joe replies with a crack in his voice. Pushing the dress into his hands, Joe reluctantly takes hold. Leanne sees the worry on his face, and she's pleased. Don't look so nervous, she giggles. Once you've got makeup on, dress on, and I'm done with your hair, You'll look lovely. Almost looking like he wants to cry, he holds the dress up to his body. You look sad about this, Leanne comments. Is there something you want to tell me? Giving him a stern look, she leans in towards him. Joe gives her an awkward smile and slowly unzips the back of the dress.
No, baby,
he cautiously replies.
I'm just so overwhelmed with how supportive you are.
Good, Leanne quickly answers. Let's stop talking and get you ready. Put that dress on over your lovely underwear. Fumbling with the dress, he's unsure how to put it on. You need a girl's name, Leanne continues. I think I'm going to call you Jenna.
Jenna?
Joe complains, still trying to work out the dress. Do you need help, Jenna? Leanne laughs, taking hold of the dress and throwing it over his head. Pulling it down over his shoulders and allowing the skirt to billow around his thighs, Leanne claps with excitement. Fits you so well, she cheers, adjusting the neckline. Jenna, you're going to drive the men mad.
That's lovely,
Joe huffs in reply, folding his arms.
You aren't going to tell Susan, though, right?
Reaching up to gently touch his frustrated face, Leanne smiles. Stop worrying about other women, Jenna, she laughs. Tonight is just going to be us girls. We'll get all pretty in our dresses and heels and paint the town red. Joe grits his teeth. He doesn't hide his frustration.
You're not, though, right?
He pleads again. Holding his face, Leanne moves closer. She stands in front of him like she's about to kiss him. If you excel at being Jenna tonight, Leanne explains, giving him a quick kiss on the lips, then I won't have to ask for her help with your secret. Will I?
Okay,
Joe replies, looking away from her smug expression.